to United States. Ever looked at a huge map of the United States and felt lost? With 50 states, endless cities, and everything from frozen lands to hot deserts, planning a trip here can feel like too much to handle. But here's the thing. That's what makes America so special. The U.S. isn't just a country, it's a box full of stories, adventures, and amazing places ready to explore. In this video, we're going to simplify the chaos and take you on a whirlwind tour of the most jaw-dropping, mind-blowing, and downright coolest parts of the United States. Whether you're a history buff, a nature lover, or someone who just loves quirky trivia, there's something here for you. We'll kick things off with some fun facts that'll make you the star of your next trivia night, then dive into iconic landmarks, hidden gems, and the surprising stories behind them. By the end, you'll see why this country isn't just big, it's unforgettable. Let's start with some bite-sized surprises that'll make you say, wait, really? The U.S. is home to both the hottest and coldest temperatures ever recorded in North America. Death Valley, California, hit a scorching 56.7 degrees centigrade in 1913, while Prospect Creek, Alaska, plunged to minus 62 degrees centigrade in 1971. If you combined the entire U.S. road network, it'd stretch over 4 million miles. That's enough to drive to the moon and back 8 times. Road trip, anyone? St. Augustine, Florida, founded in 1565, is the oldest continuously inhabited European settlement in the U.S. Forget Plymouth Rock. This place has streets older than the idea of Thanksgiving. The U.S. has 63 national parks, but Wyoming's Yellowstone, established in 1872, was the first in the world. Its geysers, hot springs, and bison herds started the global movement to protect nature. Over 350 languages are spoken in American homes. Beyond English and Spanish, you'll hear everything from Navajo to Tagalog, proof that the U.S. is a cultural patchwork quilt. California's ancient bristlecone pine forest has trees over 4,000 years old. These gnarled, twisty survivors have been around since the pyramids were built. Let's dive into the heart of America's wonders, the places, stories, and experiences that make this country so extraordinary. The Grand Canyon. Carved by the Colorado River over millions of years, the Grand Canyon is more than a hole in the ground. It's a living history book. Layers of red, orange, and gold rock reveal secrets of Earth's past, stretching back nearly 2 billion years. Stand on the south rim at sunrise, and you'll see shadows dance across cliffs taller than skyscrapers. For a quieter experience, hike the North Rim's trails, where pine forests meet dizzying drops. Pro tip: bring plenty of water. The desert heat is no joke, even in winter. Fun fact: the canyon is so vast, it creates its own weather. Yellowstone, where the earth breathes fire. Yellowstone isn't just America's first national park. It's a geothermal wonderland. Old Faithful, the park's iconic geyser, blasts boiling water 130 feet into the air like clockwork, roughly every 90 minutes. But the real magic lies in the rainbow-colored hot springs like Grand Prismatic, where bacteria paint the water in neon blues and fiery oranges. Keep your eyes peeled for bison herds roaming Lamar Valley, often called America's Serengeti. Pro tip: visit in early morning or late afternoon to avoid crowds and spot wolves or grizzlies. The Statue of Liberty. She's been a symbol of hope for millions. Gifted by France in 1886, Lady Liberty stands 305 feet tall in New York Harbor, her torch lighting the way for immigrants arriving at nearby Ellis Island. Climb the 354 steps to her crown, and you'll see the same view that welcomed over 12 million people seeking a new life. The museum at her base tells stories of courage, like that of Annie Moore, a 15-year-old Irish girl who was the first immigrant processed here in 1892. Pro tip: take the Staten Island Ferry for a free, stunning view of the statue at sunset. New Orleans, the birthplace of jazz. In New Orleans, history hums in the air like a trumpet solo. The French Quarter's wrought iron balconies and cobblestone streets tell tales of Spanish, French, and Creole cultures colliding. At night, jazz spills out of clubs on Frenchman Street, where legends like Louis Armstrong first made music. Don't miss Café du Monde, where powdered sugar-coated beignets have been served since 1862. And yes, the city's cemeteries are above ground. Blame the swampy soil. Pro tip: visit in spring for Mardi Gras energy without the crowds, or fall for crisp weather and ghost tours. The Golden Gate Bridge. San Francisco's Golden Gate Bridge isn't just a way to cross the bay. It's a flaming orange marvel that blends beauty and brains. Completed in 1937, during the Great Depression, it was once called the bridge that couldn't be built due to fierce winds and fog. Yet today, its Art Deco towers rise 746 feet above the Pacific, defying earthquakes and storms. Or bike across its 1.7-mile span for jaw-dropping views of the city and Alcatraz Island. Fun fact: the bridge's signature color, international orange, was chosen to stand out against the fog, and it never needs repainting. Pro tip: visit at sunrise when the fog often clears, revealing the bridge glowing in golden light. Alaska's Northern Lights. For one of nature's greatest shows, head to Alaska between September and April. The aurora borealis transforms the night sky into a swirling canvas of green, pink, and purple ribbons. Fairbanks, located under the Aurora Oval, offers some of the best sightings. Local legends say the lights are spirits of ancestors dancing. But science tells us it's solar particles colliding with Earth's atmosphere. Either way, it's pure magic. The Smithsonian Museums. Washington, D.C.'s Smithsonian Institution isn't just one museum. It's 21 free museums and galleries packed with treasures. At the National Air and Space Museum, you can touch a moon rock or see the Wright brothers' first plane. The National Museum of African American History and Culture takes visitors on a powerful journey from slavery to the civil rights movement. The Everglades. Known as the River of Grass, the Everglades is a vast wetland where water flows slowly through sawgrass prairies and cypress forests. Here you'll spot alligators sunning on logs, herons stalking fish, and manatees gliding beneath mangrove tunnels. Paddle a kayak through hidden canals, or take an airboat tour for heart-pounding speed over shallow waters. Pro tip: visit at sunrise when the wildlife is most active and the airboat rides are cooler. Fun fact: the Everglades is the only place in the world where alligators and crocodiles live side by side. Mount Rushmore. Carved into the Black Hills of South Dakota, Mount Rushmore features the 60-foot faces of 4 U.S. presidents: Washington, Jefferson, Roosevelt, and Lincoln. This massive stone sculpture was completed between 1927 and 1941 and stands as a tribute to American history and ideals. Walk the Presidential Trail to see carvings up close and visit the museum to learn how they blasted 450,000 tons of rock to create it. Pro tip: catch the evening lighting ceremony for a moving tribute under the stars. Fun fact: each president's face took about 14 years to carve. Route 66 road trip. Stretching nearly 2,500 miles from Chicago to Santa Monica, Route 66 is America's most famous highway. And a time machine back to the golden age of road travel. Cruise past retro diners, neon-lit motels, and quirky roadside art like the Cadillac Ranch in Texas. Stop in small towns to taste homemade pies and meet locals who keep the old school spirit alive. Pro tip: plan your trip in spring or fall to avoid the summer heat and winter storms that can close parts of the road. Fun fact: Route 66 once passed through 8 states and more than 200 towns, earning it the nickname, the Main Street of America. Got a favorite place in America? Drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear your stories. Next up is Niagara Falls. Feel the ground shake as millions of gallons of water crash over the cliffs at Niagara Falls every second. These giant waterfalls, sitting between the US and Canada, are louder, stronger, and more breathtaking than any photo can show. Ride the Maid of the Mist boat to get soaked as you float near the thunderous Horseshoe Falls. At night, the falls glow with lights and fireworks, turning power into beauty. Pro tip: bring a poncho, you will get wet. Fun fact: daredevils once crossed the falls on tight ropes and even in barrels. Badlands. In South Dakota, the Badlands rise like another planet. Jagged rocks, striped hills, and sharp cliffs stretching as far as the eye can see. Wind and water have shaped these wild lands for millions of years, revealing fossils of ancient creatures. Drive the Badlands Loop Road for endless views, or hike into the quiet canyons where bighorn sheep and prairie dogs roam. Pro tip: go at sunset. The rocks turn pink, gold, and purple like a painting. Fun fact: the Badlands were once the bottom of a sea. Chicago's skyline and deep dish pizza. In Chicago, the buildings scrape the sky and the pizza is deep enough to be dinner and dessert. Ride to the top of the Willis Tower and step onto the glass ledge for heart-racing views 1,300 feet above the city. Then, warm up with a slice of gooey deep dish pizza, thick, cheesy, and loaded with toppings. Walk along the lakefront trail, or take a boat tour to see the skyline shine. Pro tip: try the pizza with a fork. Yes, it's that big. Fun fact: Chicago reversed the flow of its river over 100 years ago. It now runs backward. Hawaii's volcanoes. On the big island of Hawaii, the earth is alive. You can see lava flow, steam rise, and feel heat from deep inside the planet. Volcanoes National Park is home to Kilauea, one of the world's most active volcanoes. Hike across black lava fields or watch glowing red lava from a safe lookout point. It's a place where the land is still being made. Pro tip: visit at night for the best views of lava glowing in the dark. Fun fact: Hawaii is growing. Lava adds new land every time it flows into the sea. Great Smoky Mountains. In Tennessee and North Carolina, the Great Smoky Mountains roll like ocean waves made of trees. Named for the mist that floats between their peaks, these mountains are filled with wildflowers, black bears, and old log cabins. Walk the quiet forest trails or drive Klingman's Dome Road to the highest peak in the park. In fall, the leaves turn fiery red and orange, one of nature's best shows. Pro tip: go early in the morning for peace, foggy views, and deer sightings. Fun fact: it's the most visited national park in the U.S., and it's free. If this whirlwind tour of the U.S. has you itching to explore, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss our next adventure. And if you're feeling inspired, share this video with a friend who needs a little wanderlust in their life. After all, the best trips start with a let's go. And there you have it. The United States in all its messy, magnificent glory. From the geysers of Yellowstone to the neon buzz of New Orleans. From the silent wisdom of ancient trees to the electric dance of the Northern Lights, this country isn't just a place on a map. It's a living, breathing story. A story of resilience, diversity, and wild, untamed beauty. But here's the thing. America's wonders aren't just in its postcard-perfect landmarks. They're in the small moments, too. The taste of a diner pancake stack at sunrise, The sound of a street musician's saxophone in a city alley, the crunch of autumn leaves in a quiet Vermont forest. Every corner has a secret waiting to be found, a story waiting to be heard. So whether you're planning a cross-country road trip or just daydreaming from your couch, remember this: the U.S. isn't just a country to visit, it's a country to feel. Let its mountains humble you, its history inspire you, and its people remind you that adventure is always out there. Sometimes right in your backyard. Thanks for joining me on this journey. Now go out there and find your own wonder. Until next time, keep exploring.